Hey guys, I'm Kelsey.
I'm Garrett.
Welcome back to Girls Talk Ball.
We are so excited to be back. I am back in the home state of Georgia, actually getting ready to head up to Athens after this.
Come
Woohoo!
on down.
I'm so excited. I've missed it so much.
It's a great place to be, especially in the fall.
Oh yes, I was standing in the pool at the Encore Beach Club last week with a beer in one hand and the ESPN Gamecast in the other, trying to watch whatever tidbits I could of week one. It was kind of funny.
Just missing all the action.
I know. It was, hey, but you know what? Marshmallow was fantastic. We had ourselves a great time.
Good.
So can't complain about that.
Well, hopefully you'll have a great time this weekend too. I'm not too worried about Austin P, so you should have a great time on Saturday.
I don't think that Austin P is going to be that much of a team we need to worry about, but you know what? I'm going to knock
That's
on
right.
wood when I say that.
You never know.
I will never forget one of the first times I went to an Austin P game. It was, I think, in 2016 or 2017. We were like a 50-point favorite. We ended up beating them 26-24. Like it was way closer of a game than it should be. Maybe that was back in I think it was either Kirby's first season or Mark Rick's last. I can't remember, but it was
I
bad.
That was like 2018, 20-ish, what year? 2018, 2019, like
No,
somewhere
because I
around
was
there.
there. I wasn't in college at that point.
Hmm. I don't know.
I don't know,
But I
but it was
do,
bad.
but I feel like Georgia sometimes does that where it should be, 50-point blowout, and it's like, oh, we're not doing so hot.
Take Kentucky last year as an example of that.
Oh my God. Well, Kentucky's a tricky place to play. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later when we talk about Ole Miss. Kroger Field is a hard place to play because Kentucky plays up. And put some respect on my man Del McGee's name. Come on,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
Georgia State.
Well, he'll get a little more respect on his name when he when he starts winning games inside Turner Field.
I do miss Turner Field, I will say.
Yeah,
Truist is
I know.
great, but
Truist is great, but you can't beat the nostalgia of the original.
no, there's just something about like we used to go there when we were kids, and
The cool zone up at the top, and it was so fun.
it was really fun. It's nice to have like the bars and everything now at Truist, but there's just no place like home.
Nope, never ever.
All right, let's talk about some of last week's games. Let's start with Miami beating Notre Dame 27-24.
I I'm not going to say that I was pulling for Notre Dame because that feels sacrilegious, but it was a hate watch at first. And I think that the number one thing I have to say about Beck and the way that he played in that game was me personally, if I'm somewhere where I'm not happy, but I have a job that I have to get done, I'm going to show up. I'm going to do the job. You're going to get your deliverables. Is it going to be my best work? No. And I think that Carson Beck felt the exact same way about Georgia, and he proved that in the game with Miami.
I thought he looked more at home there. Like you could just tell with his interaction with his teammates on the sidelines. He's like doing the handshakes, they're dapping each other up. Like it just looked more like they vibed together. They had better chemistry. But I mean, I thought the team looked good. Miami had not beaten a top 10 team in like 7 or 8 years, and they got
Yeah.
it against a good Notre Dame team. And CJ Carr looked good too. I was really impressed with that freshman quarterback.
Yeah, I think that the future is bright for both of those programs. I mean, I don't have too much beef with either of them,
No.
so it was just a fun game to watch.
It was. It was. Carr made this great play where I thought he was going to get sacked like 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I'm like, stop running. What are you doing? And then
Yeah.
the touchdown pass. He threw for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have one interception, but I think he will be just fine.
Oh yeah. Well, and I mean, a lot of times the interceptions can't even be chalked up to the quarterbacks. It's literally just good D.
Mm-hmm. Getting their hands on it.
Yep.
All right. Since we're talking about Beck, let's pivot to Georgia Marshall, 45-7.
Yeah, I was thrilled with the little bits and pieces that I did see. Of course, I rewatched it when I came home. I The defense looks phenomenal. They looked really, really, really good. I felt the same kind of energy watching this team as I did 2021 and 2022. It felt like they were out there having fun and playing just good old-fashioned Southern ball. And the fact that our quarterback had the most rushing yards on the team makes my heart happy. I love a running quarterback.
We love a man that can do both.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh.
defense, the defense didn't give up a touchdown until the fourth quarter with our backups in. So I agree. I think that's
I
really
mean, didn't we
promising.
have like the third strings in at that point too?
I think so. I like that everybody got touches. Like, let them all have experience. Well, Marshall was doing that too. They were like rotating their quarterbacks and rotating their players because this is kind of a rebuilding year for them. So let all these younger guys get some experience. Like this is
Exactly.
playing
When you have
Georgia.
a game like this that you know you're going to lose, you might as well just throw in all your guys, get them some reps against a very high quality opponent.
Oh yeah, because I mean, if you start out facing Georgia and then I don't know who they play next or this week, but you go to someone lesser because Georgia's the hardest one on their schedule.
Yep.
Like just that experience is invaluable. And Puglisi looked good too. He had the touchdown pass to Williams, our new tight end.
Yes. Puglisi's fantastic. The future of Georgia football quarterbacks is very, very bright. Between Pugs and then we've got what's his face? Curtis. Why am I blank? Jared Curtis. I think that's his first name. Coming in next year. I mean, we're the quarterbacks are great. I'm very excited to watch all of them play over the next couple years.
I'm excited about our tight end room and our wide receiver room. Zachariah Branch, 3 catches for 95 yards. Like, oh, we needed him.
Got him the longest catch of his career, which Lincoln Riley couldn't do in 2 years of having him.
Lincoln Riley.
I'm sick and tired of hearing about Lincoln Riley. He has not proved that he is a good coach, and I'm sick and tired of everybody acting like he is.
All I'm hearing is what you just said. Like, I think people are kind of echoing that he really hasn't delivered. I don't know. I have not heard a ton about him because they haven't done very much.
No, I mean, every single year I feel like they're in the preseason talks of like, oh, well, Lincoln Riley and USC and blah, 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 and then nothing ever comes out of it.
Just a hot name.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot names, it's a good pivot to.
I really hope we're about to talk about what I hope we're talking
Ohio
about.
State.
You go first.
What a game. Okay, so Texas went to the shoe and
I'm not going to say they got annihilated because the score doesn't really reflect that, but
what
yikes.
a hard place to play.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead. It's not fair to Arch that all this media pressure has been put on him because honestly, it's everyone else. It's not him. He has not said, I'm
exactly. He's not running around tooting his own horn. He's not being like, oh, well, I'm a Manning. I'm football's next savior. Like, he's not the one that's doing all that.
Right. So I can't imagine coming in to an environment like that, his first road start. I mean, you saw, if you watched the game, all that red. I didn't see many Texas people there from what I could tell on TV. What a hard environment to play in. Everyone's putting all this pressure on you. Everyone's saying that you're going to win the Heisman. You got Manning on the back of your jersey. Your uncles are Eli and Peyton. Your grandpa's Archie, and you're just like trying to play ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do feel really bad for him. He didn't look confident to me.
No.
I think that he probably needed to get this game out of his system.
I have my own thoughts, feelings, and opinions on how he plays. I don't like the way that he throws. He throws really wide.
Weird. Yeah.
And I think that that's going to like set him up for issues in
like
the future.
Injuries. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that he's been overhyped by the media. I've been very vocal in saying that I think he's been overhyped by the media. I don't think that this game was his fault. And I think that give him a couple more weeks and he'll be playing up to standard. He's young. This is his first big road start, like you said. I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, well, Arch sucks. He's not blah, blah, blah. When he played a couple games last year against cupcake opponents while Ewers was out. This was his first big challenge. Like, let's let the kid get some more experience under his belt before we fully say what we need to say about him.
I agree. Let him play a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I think he will ultimately be fine. I think he'll be okay, but I think it's just a lot of pressure on a young kid, and these college students are still kids, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I
know.
have to remind myself of that sometimes when I get frustrated and start yelling at the TV that these are a bunch of 18 to 24-year-olds. Like,
Well, there's just so much pressure, and now everyone is kind of just done with him. It's like the opinion has like went too far one way, and now it's too far the other way. I think everybody kind of just needs to chill out.
yeah.
But he only had 38 passing yards going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Just
And
not.
I think that kind of chalks up to Ohio State's D. They
Mhm.
played really, really well.
Oh yeah.
Their offense didn't look nearly, I mean, it was just like what I texted you at the game, two unproven quarterbacks with loaded defenses facing each other, you know.
I think Julian Tan will be just fine as well. He completed 13 of 20 passes, but a few of those were dropped. And what's up with
Mhm.
Jeremiah Smith dropping 2 passes in the first quarter? Like he just
That
didn't throw
blew
away.
my mind. Like,
It was like I don't need these anymore. He's not.
interesting. And it did. It hit him right in the hands and right in the number, and he just dropped it.
So uncharacteristic for him,
Hmm.
which maybe he just needed to get that out of his system too. I don't know. Ryan Day looked less miserable, I thought. He looked a
Yeah,
little.
he did look a little less miserable. Hey, you know what though? The good news is he's got somebody else on his staff with a worse dye job than his. Oh, it's bad.
Um, but
That was
they.
the one, that and the Alabama game were the two games that I actually got to like watch as they were happening because they were on the TVs in the bars.
Mm, um, that was like my attention span was the best during that one because it was the earliest, so I could
Mhm.
focus. And then, oh my gosh, that night I was like, I don't know what's happening. I need some Adderall.
Pivoting to Alabama FSU.
Mm-hmm. This was exciting.
It was very exciting, and it was really funny too because SEC schools, Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, and I think something else, all these college kids were out on a Vegas trip. So we are
Fun.
in Encore, and you've got this group of Alabama sorority girls who are jumping up and down and screaming every single time Alabama makes a play. And I'm sitting here watching this game, putting money on Florida State
Like anytime
as
Alabama
it's
has the
going
ball.
on. It is, the juxtaposition of all of it was hysterical. I do not think that that game was a Ty Simpson problem.
So I agree. I kind of don't think that it's a Ty Simpson problem either. There's layers to, I think, the problems at Alabama.
Well, I have been saying this from the moment DeBoer was hired. He does not have a strong enough resume anywhere to be able to say that he's a good coach. I saw the most interesting stat the other day that only two of the Washington National Championship team, only two of them were recruited by DeBoer's staff.
Wow.
Only two of the guys that I think it was two that started, and I think like four total were recruited by his staff. That entire team was not his. He doesn't have a good enough track record anywhere to be able to say he's a good coach, and to immediately hire him for what I would say is the hardest job in the SEC is crazy. And I feel like he was kind of set up to fail.
I would have previously said before this year that Auburn is the worst job in the SEC because you have to play against Alabama. But now I will agree with you that following in the footsteps of Nick Saban and having all of Alabama fans hate you is probably the hardest job.
Yeah.
Because if you're not winning every single game, then they want to run you out of Tuscaloosa. What do you think the environment is going to be there? Is going to be like there this Saturday? It's their first home game.
I think it is. I mean, who do they play?
Louisiana Monroe.
Oh, they have lost to Louisiana Monroe before. So I think it's going to be packed out. I think it's going to be loud. I think it's going to be crazy.
I think that they're all like already calling for his head.
But I truly think that if they go and they drop this game against ULM, he's done for. Like they're the boosters. There is already talk around boosters of getting him out if
I
he
wonder
doesn't turn things around.
what his buyout is. It's got to be
70
astronomical.
mil.
I wish someone would pay me $70 million to sit at home. Like, I would. You can fire me.
We need to go buy our Powerball tickets so that we can be paid $970 million to sit at home. That's the lump sum after taxes.
I already bought 3, so.
I'm buying some on the way up to Athens. I'm going to stop at like a rinky-dink Chevron in Bethlehem and get a ticket there.
The most rundown gas station that you see, that's where you got to stop.
No, literally, that Chevron on the side of the road in Bethlehem, like right after you cross Bethlehem Highway before you get to Loganville. That's exactly where I'm going to stop.
I don't know. There's one really sketchy one like between my house and my work. And there's like bars on the windows. Like there's
I think that's the one I fractured my ankle at. The last time the Powerball was over $1 billion, I went and I stopped and I bought a ticket on the way down to the mart and I stepped off the curb wrong and fractured my ankle.
And you didn't win the Powerball either.
No, it was a rough day for me. I was in a boot for like it was a hairline fracture, so I was only in a boot for like 4 weeks, but we were going to the beach a week after that, and I had to stumble around in a boot at the beach. Ridiculous, if you ask me.
Oh, that's terrible. At least you didn't get a cast.
Hey, amen to that. I have never fully broken a bone before.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I've broken my foot and my nose. Yeah.
Which hurt more?
I was unconscious for my nose, so I don't remember. So I was in my foot.
Was it like an injury or was it a surgery?
I got in a car wreck.
Oh,
It's okay. I don't remember any of it.
Kels.
I was out. So in high school, I was very small. Like I'm still small framed, but I didn't weigh enough to set off the airbags. And so I was a passenger. My face hit like the dashboard. There was no airbag deployment. But thank God I had my seatbelt on.
Kelsey.
I want to talk about Coach Norvell. Well done. Like, bravo. I think the Gus Malzahn hire was good. I know you were a little iffy on it last week, but the man knows how to beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Coach Norvell gave up his offensive play calling to Gus. It turned out really well. I think that Florida State knew that they had to prove something, and this was going to be a statement game for them.
Well, and shout out to Castellanos for talking shit and backing it up.
I was like, oh, no, don't say that. Like,
no, like, honestly, major props to you. If you're going to talk shit, back it up. I'm proud of you.
I mean, get it done. He didn't have any passing touchdowns. But he did run for 78 yards. Florida State had 4 rushing touchdowns. Well, Alabama only had 87 rushing yards total, which is,
unheard of for a program like that.
We know that Dan Miller is out with the collarbone, but that's still so unlike Alabama. And then,
have we gotten any update on Ryan Williams?
Yeah, I think he's still day to day, but he had 30 yards?
Yeah, he did not play well at all.
The effort was not there by the team in general. Like, why are y'all not hustling? What is going on?
I don't think that there's a fire in that program right now. And, I could be wrong. That loss could have lit something under their asses and got them to, get moving. But I don't see this Alabama standard that we've seen for so long.
Hopefully it does wake them up because they certainly need it. But I don't know if it's a discipline problem, if this is just the new culture under Kalen DeBoer. I don't know what's going on, but it's not they will run you out of town.
Yep.
In Tuscaloosa.
1,000%.
LSU beat Clemson 17-10.
Got to say go Tigers to a guy with an LSU shirt on at the airport. It was great. He looked down at my shirt. He said, "Go Tigers?" And I said, "Yeah, y'all played really well, and Nussmeier's great." He's like, "Oh, well, thanks."
I only ever say it in my Coach O voice. So.
Hey, go Tigers. Yes. We gonna go down to the bayou, get some go Tigers.
I just love him. I'm obsessed.
He's so fun. I love him.
LSU had that one really bad kick, but they played really well overall, I thought. 232 yards, 1 touchdown, completed 73% of his passes. He is good, and LSU is somebody that the other teams need to fear.
Oh, yeah. I would argue more so than last season.
Clemson only had 31 rushing yards. The entire team.
Yeah, that's you know what though? It's the first game of the season. I feel like I can't say too much just because it's LSU that they were playing against.
Yeah,
Just I
against
mean,
LSU defense.
yeah, I'm not really I don't have too much to say on that. Hopefully they get their run game back. If you're gonna try and run the ball against LSU, good luck.
Truly. You're only going to get 31 yards.
Yeah. Enjoy it. Have fun. Couldn't be me. I've got 40 seconds. Let me go ahead and check it, see if it needs longer.
Okay. Garrett is checking on her banana bread.
Oh, yeah. She looks, it's a beaut, clock. It's a beaut. I don't know if Hampton likes nuts in his banana bread, so I was like, yeah.
I got pumpkin puree to make pumpkin bread, and I'm going to add chocolate chips.
Oh, yum! I
It's
love
so good.
the pumpkin bread. Here, sorry, I'm going to bring it over and show you.
Oh, wait, let me see. Oh, it's beautiful. It looks so good.
I'm so excited. I add a little extra cinnamon to mine. The recipe called for like a half teaspoon. I ended up adding a full teaspoon because I feel like the cinnamon just makes it so much better. That smells so good.
That looks delicious. I feel like I add more spice than the recipe says every single time because it's never really enough. Like
No, it's never enough. And I don't want bland food.
No.
We're not British.
That was one of the mistakes I used to make when I first started cooking. Like I would follow the recipe to the T, and I didn't think that I could veer from that. And now I'm like, no, 2 cloves of garlic. Let's put in 6.
Yep.
All right, week 2 is upon us.
Woohoo!
Ole Miss is playing at Kentucky. They're favored by 10. Ole Miss is favored by 10.5. I think that it's going to be closer than that because Kentucky is a tough place to play. Kentucky beat Toledo last week, 24-16, but their quarterback, Zach Calzada, only had 85 passing yards. However, past performance is not indicative of future events, and y'all better watch out this Saturday.
Yep. I think the Ole Miss is going to come out with a win. I think that they've got a chip on their shoulder from what happened last season against Kentucky. I think that they are going to overlook the difficulty of playing up there.
I think so for sure. And Ole Miss beat Georgia State 63-7 last week, so I think they'll be feeling really confident and not really worried about anything. And their quarterback had 340-something passing yards against Georgia State.
Trap game.
I think they're going to go in there thinking, okay, we got this. This is going to be similar to last week, and it is not.
Yep.
And we needed him. Okay, that'll be a situation that we'll be keeping an eye on.
Developing.
Yeah. Michigan is at Oklahoma. I'm really excited about this game.
I think it's going to be good.
It's going to be such a good game. I really like John Mateer, Oklahoma's quarterback. He was an 81% passer last week.
I think Oklahoma looks heaps and bounds better than they did last season.
Oh, for sure. Well, I don't know. Like, I'm really excited about this quarterback. So we will see. And, of course, Michigan has their $10 million quarterback, Bryce Underwood. So
spending $10 million on a college quarterback is just insane to me.
Do you know the story of like the donor or the booster that like paid for that essentially?
No.
So it's like I think their last name is Ellington or something, or Ellison. It's like a younger wife and like an older husband, which no judgment here, obviously. The wife was like, my team doesn't have a passing game. Like, we have no quarterback. This is what I want. And so the husband went out and bought her a quarterback for her football team. And honestly, that's what I want.
And just when I thought that my standards couldn't get any higher.
Reach for the moon, girl. Don't stop.
Where is my husband that's going to spend $10 million on a quarterback for me? I'm waiting for you. My door's right there. Come on.
Well, this kid was also like at the same high school, like coached by Connor Stallions. Like, it was all like a little bit weird.
Okay, well, F Connor Stallions. I'm sick of hearing him.
I am actually obsessed with the Stallions storyline.
I mean, the storyline is iconic. It's really, really funny. But I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, dirty nasty cheater. It's proven that he's a dirty nasty cheater. Like, oh, and Michigan doesn't have they don't have their coach for this game, right?
Sharon Moore is supposed to be coaching, I think, the first 2 games, so he should still be
Okay.
here, and then he will be suspended for 3 total games, I think, starting
Yeah.
next week, I believe. I will have to double check that.
I think it's
Um,
kind of messed up that they're allowed to pick what games he's suspended for. I think that it should just be a blanket, like NCAA, these are the games that you're out for, cry about it.
well, they wanted him specifically for this Oklahoma game because that's his alma mater, so they really wanted,
Mm,
like, it's a big game. They want, I don't know. But Bryce Underwood did look good last week. He threw for 351 yards. And then Justice Haynes, their Alabama transfer running back, I wish we had him.
I know, I know.
He had 159 rushing yards last week. I think that Michigan takes this one.
I agree with that. I didn't watch the Michigan game last week. I only watched the Oklahoma, like, bits and pieces of it. But yeah, I think that Michigan is too strong of a program. And Oklahoma, while better this year than last year, they're still just kind of, eh, you know?
Well, I don't know what all they have. There's questions about their O line. There's questions about their run game. So I'm not sure outside of their quarterback how much depth they offer.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I think it'll be Michigan.
Hmm.
Are you excited to tailgate on Saturday?
I'm so excited.
I'm
I
so
missed it
jealous.
so much. I cannot wait. Yeah, Dad told me that you're not tailgating until freaking Alabama,
I know.
Kelsey.
It sucks. It sucks. I got to work. Got to go get this bread.
Eh, as you should, Queen. Go make your money, honey. But no, I'm very, very excited. I am for some reason I thought that Austin P was a 12:45 kick. I did
3:30.
not realize it was a 3:30. So that's honestly even better.
I know that really helps when you have a few more hours. Like, I just don't love a noon game. You don't want to set up a tailgate for a nooner, or we don't typically. We usually just bar gate if it's a nooner.
It's just kind of like I'm going to be able to wake up. I can go for a walk. I can go get my loaded tea at West
Mhm.
Broad. I can come back, shower, kind of take my morning easy. I do actually think I'm going to book a spray tan on my way into town today because I don't feel
Oh,
like
you
fake
should.
tanning tonight.
Um, oh, I hope that you can get somebody.
Yeah, I don't it's up in the air. If I'm able to get somebody, great. If I'm not, that's fine.
I like Tan Athens, and I've also used.
Didn't they just open up a new place in Watkinsville too?
I think they took over the existing place in Watkinsville, which I also really like. It was called Q Tan, but now I think it's like under the Tan Athens ownership. But that's a really good one, and they are very reasonably priced.
Yeah, because I used to do their 5 for 50 booth sprays when they
Mm.
were still offering that deal. So I'm fine with going in and getting a booth spray. I love a good booth spray.
I haven't had a booth spray since they first invented them like a million years ago, and I was real streaky back then. So, all right, well, I think that wraps it up
Mhm.
for this week's episode. Garrett, have so much fun tailgating this weekend. I'm so sad that I can't join y'all.
I know,
Um,
I miss you.
I know, and Michelle, I actually might, if it's okay. I think Scott already asked your dad, but I might just come to y'all's tailgate for Alabama, so I don't have to walk as far.
Hell
Um,
yeah, girl. We'll
so,
get you a wristband, get you all set up.
are they still doing the sip 'em seltzers in the stadium, or are they just doing the is it the high noons that they
I
run?
know that they have the high noons. I don't know what else they have. I'll report back
Yeah,
after
let me
going
know.
in on Saturday. Oh yeah, one last thing to mention before we do hop off. Kirby got heated with the fans again in the post-game conference last week.
What did Kirby say? I heard rumors, but I didn't pay too much attention.
Kirby essentially said, look, I think that you should be here and loud for here in Loud, for every single game that we have, there are only so many of them. And some people are like, oh, well, it's hot and it's Marshall and blah, 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 which, like, yeah, I totally get it. It's hot and it's Marshall and, like, it's really not that big of a deal and we all want to go home. But I totally agree with what Kirby's saying, that, like, we only get so many home games a year. Show up and show out. Be loud. I don't care if it is Charlotte at noon. Show up, be loud, show out, get yourself a drink, have yourself a good time. The bars are still going to be there after all 4 quarters are done. Nothing's going to go anywhere.
You can go to Polly's anytime, like come
Yeah.
support the team. I agree. It doesn't matter who you're playing or what time. And honestly, it wasn't even that hot. We've had much hotter beginning of the season games. I have jumped in the Ready Ice Cooler before.
Oh, no, I genuinely looked at the forecast this weekend and I saw like 85 and I was like, oh my gosh, that's phenomenal for a September. Like it has been 100 degrees in that stadium for years and years and years, and we're actually getting decent weather for opening games. It's not that hot. If you have young kids, I get it. Leave, take them home. But like the college kids, the frat boys,
drink of water.
They'll have no excuse.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yes.
I love that so much. My dad texted me and was like, oh, Mission and Market needs some bartenders. It's the Kentucky game, but like, it's Kentucky. I don't think you want to be there. I said, do you not know me but at all? It's football. It's an SEC game. Of course I'm going to be there.
Kentucky is our wedding anniversary, mine and Scott, so I really want to go to that game. 10th is our anniversary. So I'm going to try to get off for that. But that's a noon or two, and I'm just like, obviously I can't drink it that one, but I'd still like to go.
Yeah, no. Why not? It's a Kentucky noon game, and then you get to go home and watch all the other good games after that.
It's going to be a fun season for sure. Well,
I'm excited.
I look forward to seeing you in person. All right, guys, that's it for week 2. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.